Anyway.
Hi, Suki. I didn't say hi to everybody.
So, okay, hi, this is Jonna and Darcy with Scrappy Camper Sisters.
Hello.
And we are back from our camping trip. And because of the wind, we did not get to do our project, except for we did part of the project, which was JJ was our Joyce was our guest artist last week from the campsite, and so she showed us how to make this lovely stamped card. And what's her what is her what's her website called? Vintage Joy? Darcy.
Etc. I'm gonna go look.
Okay. I don't want to mess it. I don't want to.
I'm typing. Shoot, no, I lied. I thought it was Vintage Joy, etc.
Ah.
Oh, she's just gonna have to pop in something. Tell us.
I'm so bad. I should have wrote it down. Okay, so anyway, so she taught us how to make this card. And the card, it's on the back of the I put a little clip here so it would stay closed. So I made this little clip. I just stuck a little leaf rhinestone on the end of a paper clip.
Thanks for stopping in, Dana. Oh, that's cute, Jonah.
Oh, Dana was in here. Hey, Dana.
Yeah, she's.
I didn't know she was in here. So anyway, I put a piece of elastic. I ran a piece of elastic across the back with upholstery nails, and it holds. This is going to house the mini that Darcy's making inside the Tim Holtz canvas. And then what you do is you take the card that we made last week on stream, and you just tuck the card in behind it, and that decorates the back. And then I took a little paper clip and closed it so that when it stands, which you can't see it, when it stands, it's gonna house the mini. So because it does, it stands up. So if you want to put it on your table, it looks nice from both the back and the front, and it holds in the mini album that's going to go in there, which the mini album is I messed up my banner, my top thing. The mini album is a banner that Darcy's doing.
So actually, yeah, so the banner will be either on your table or on your wall or wherever you're decorating, and then it'll just fit back in there when you're done with it.
Right, so this was the card we made. So I'm going to set that aside. And
that's cute.
Thank you, Susan. So, okay, so we're going to get started. And the first thing you want to do, I did because we were camping when we were supposed to do the stream, but because the wind was just awful, we ended up not doing it. But anyway, what you're going to, so I went ahead and just kind of prepped my canvas a little bit because there were things that needed to dry. And so I did it at home before I left on the camping trip. And one of the things I did was I used molding paste through a leaf template stencil. And then I also first I sprayed some Lindy's copper. No, I lied. I used the copper paint and I stenciled it on here. And then I did the molding paste over top of it on the canvas. And so I did that first. But what you want to do is after that dries, you're going to flip it over, or you can do it before you even do that part. And we're going to go ahead and do the elastic. So you just need two of the, and the only hammer I have in here is the Tim Holtz one, but it worked.
I don't know if I have any leaf stencils. I'll have to go look.
You don't need the leaf stencil. I did your canvas.
Oh, you did? Oh, let me look.
I pre-did your canvas and JJ's canvas so that we didn't have to do it.
Gave us our kit. You should tell them. Jonna gave us our kit in the cutest burlap bag. That's what our kits came in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yay. Okay, I'm going to get started.
So,
we tease, do you guys know who Anita Houston is? She is a lovely crafter from Texas, and she has a blog called The Artful Maven Haven. But she told us this story, and we can talk about it. She did a Christmas Village kit, was it a couple years ago, Jonna? and it sat on a board. It sat on a base, and she actually painted and crackled the base when she put her kits together. She like did everything. So when I saw this, I was like, Jonna's gonna make a kit like Anita where it's all done for you.
Exactly. Oh, that came out a little
We're like,
crooked.
we want to take Anita's class.
Uh-oh, I hammered my thing in crooked.
That's all we have to do is assemble.
Well, that's how I did this one, so all you had to do is assemble it.
Yeah.
Okay, that one came out crooked because I gotta redo it. Because I used this funky hammer that has these things on the end. Okay, sorry about the hammering. Maybe I should, is it really loud? Because maybe I should mute. I see what happened. It hit the staple.
It's a jewelry hammer. That's why it's not a tool.
So I'm leaving a little off because I want to go in and trim it. I need this is really loud, isn't it? Maybe I should mute. I'm muting.
Well, you only need 2.
I know, but it's really loud. How do you mute?
You're muted now. I'm hearing you on Skype. You're muted now.
Because you muted me.
No, I didn't.
Did I mute me?
I don't hear hammering, and I did. So I think whatever you did worked.
I didn't mute anything. I didn't do anything. Maybe is it too loud for you, Stream, and they muted me?
Maybe flag.
Oh, Jean says she can hear me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just close your ears because I don't see how to mute my camera. I mean, I don't see how to mute my. Where's the mute for the audio for the thing?
Jonna, you're okay. Wow, I have a really long lag. You're putting the elastic in the second upholstery.
Oh, you do have a lag.
It's the lag. Embrace the lag. We didn't show them everything on the kit. So cute.
Oh, I made the kit. Ah.
That is a very delicate dye. Who makes that dye?
Tricky. Oh, it's a Spellbinders. And let me tell you, I know why it was on sale. Because the thing. Okay. So there's that. Sorry. I hope you close your ears because I didn't know how to mute my. How come it says I have 5 messages. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh. You're not muted, just hammer. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jean. I see it. On off. I see it. Okay, too late. I already hammered. Okay, so I got that in now. And this is just elastic. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. So there's that. Okay, so got that in. You want to do that first because when you get all your stuff on the back of it, you don't want to mess up what's on the front. Okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't want to turn it around.
So the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and.
Is your chat scrolling properly? Because Jean put out a link so that you could click on it. It would scroll.
No, it wasn't. It kept saying that I had like 5 messages. It was really kind of. Now it's scrolling again.
Okay, good. Thanks, Jean.
Click this link to scroll properly.
Yeah, if you click on a link, it does something to make it scroll.
But why is it saying the scrap rack easystorecreator.com?
She just created a link so that you could click on it.
Oh, she said oops, not that one.
You can click on any link, can't you?
Okay, got it. Why did she send me the gold fiber companion? Jean, that's not the right link.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, hey, this is that thing. This is that thing we got from this is the fiber computation book she sent me. That link, the Amazon link.
Oh, I love the M-Pad. Oh, we were just petting it.
Yes, it's beautiful. Jean, you didn't send me the right link. You sent me a scrap rack, and then you sent me the CompuBook.
I'm good. I'm shopping. She's sending me shopping links.
I know, right? So I got the little, I'm using my Inka Golds to color in the leaves. So why is that white? Kind of funky. This is the first time I'm using this one. Why is it white on the inside? Did it not get mixed properly? Weird.
Jonna, she said that Lynn.
Oh no, that's the wet. That's the
to send the
baby
stamp
one.
to Eileen. Did you see that?
No. Oh, she said to send it to Eileen?
Yeah, because it's Florida, so Eileen wanted it, so she said you can send it to Eileen.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I put the wet wipe in it. That's what that was. I totally forgot. I put the wet wipes in it because Barb said to. And when Barb says to do something, you do it. No questions. No questions.
Barb says to do something, you do it. That's funny. Barb, I can't wait to hear that. This kit really is cute, Jonna. I didn't take everything out the first time because, you know, I didn't want to lose anything. But super cute.
So I didn't know if you guys knew that Inka Gold makes these little mini Inka Golds. The Viva Decor makes these little mini ones, so you don't have to have the big ones, because the big ones are like, I don't know, $8, something like that, and the little mini ones are like $3. So, and it lasts like forever. So if you can find the mini ones, I opt for, you can buy more colors.
That's great. I did not know that.
And it lasts forever. Yeah, JJ and I got these at the Stamp Fest we went to. They had a booth, one of the booths had them. So I got a couple of the colors. Okay, so the reason why you put the wet wipe in there, Sharon still doesn't have sound. That's weird.
Oh no, seriously?
Huh. Oh no, now she has sound. She had to restart.
Oh,
And then
she had to upgrade something.
They had to upgrade.
It's
Okay.
always something, Sharon.
Okay, so you can't use your finger when you use this stuff right out of the jar, or you get mold. That's what Barb said. So whatever Barb says, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna, I use my finger on this because it's bumpy, and so I'm just going in and I'm just going to rub the color onto the leaf, and you know, just hit the color, scoop out a little bit, and I'm just gonna rub it right on there. I'm not looking at the chat, sorry. Yeah, now my computer, because of how I did my setup, now my computer is not in front of me anymore, and before it was in front of me. And my desk is narrower, and I don't know that. This is my option. My option is to just live with it, get rid of the stool, or I've got to buy some more, I've got to buy another set of, I'm going to feel like Mitzi. I've got to buy 6 more cubes and another tabletop.
Hey, Pabla.
Pabla!
Pabla, I was thinking about you and the beautiful leaves you did last year, that wreath. Oh, that was so gorgeous. It would just remind me now of back in fall again, you know? Everyone's doing leaves.
Oh my gosh, it's been a year already since that. Since that.
Yeah, because I talked to Tim about it, and when we were in Italy.
No, when we were at CHA.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you got him to get her that. Did you ever send that to her?
No, not yet. I haven't, but that's because I've been collecting some other stuff.
Oh.
No, I got it in Italy. He signed it in Italy. Can you believe it? Was that long ago?
No, we were at, it's on video, Darcy.
No, he did Santa UK's in CHA.
Oh. That's right.
If I go to CHA again, I'll get a tag for somebody else. He's really good about that. Doesn't bother him at all. Sign stuff like that. another beautiful leaf nickname since then.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, this one is like hard as a rock. So much for the, I don't know if it came that way. I'm gonna have to use a little water in there. You can still use them when they dry out, but I don't know if I should reconstitute it. I don't think I'm gonna reconstitute it in there. What color is this one? Brown gold. This is one of my favorite colors, the brown gold, and it's dried out. I won't reconstitute it in there, but because it's water soluble, you can reconstitute it. However, I need a brush.
Pablo says she's avoiding leaves this season.
How do you avoid leaves during the fall?
I guess you just don't make any extra ones.
So I'm just gonna reconstitute, but that'll help blend the colors together. So I'm just gonna take this last one, add a little water, and it blends all, I was gonna do it anyway, blends all the colors together, but because I had to add water to the brown, I don't have to do the water. And it'll blend the colors together. If you guys don't have any of these, oh my goodness, you at least have to have like one because they are just so shiny. It's so pretty. I'm using, right now, this color that I've added the water to is called brown gold. I'm using brown gold, lava green, I guess that would help to tell you, huh? Orange, and old gold. So orange, lava green, gold brown, or brown gold, I mean, and old gold. So I guess when it dries out, I'm not really sure if you can add the water to the jar, if that'll create mold, so I'm not going to do it. I need a little more orange. I don't know if it's going to, yeah, if it'll end up, I want to grab some of this orange off of here. I'm just going to use that. There's some on there. This stuff's really cool because it's actually beeswax and some kind of, like, it has a beeswax base. So it is water soluble, but then over time it dries and won't move. That's kind of cool. All right. Just gonna add a little more orange in where the white parts are. Yeah, distilled water, maybe. Exactly. If you want to get away from fall leaves, move to Florida. We don't have any. There's no, well, northern Florida, up more closer to Georgia, we do get some fall leaves. And every now and then someone has, you know, someone will plant an oak tree in their in their yards. Every now and then you'll get some random, like a northerner will come down and they'll plant some, you know, northern tree in their yard. So every now and then you'll get some random fall foliage in someone's yard. I think I want some more of the green on this one. So, ooh, that really had a lot of orange on that one. That green didn't work. Yeah, Eileen's really far south. I don't know that I would go that far south.
Yeah.
Because then it ends up not really being Florida anymore.
What do you mean?
Oh, just everything kind of changes.
Very tropical.
In South Florida.
Yeah, but you can grow fruit and you can grow like all the tropical flowers and you can grow stuff down there that you can't grow in northern Florida.
That's true.
Like,
Well,
I
you
have a
can
lawn,
still
I'm
grow.
good.
You can still grow it here. The issue is that you just have to be careful because usually we get like 2 freezes. We get 2 freezes a year sometimes. Sometimes we don't get any. I don't. Yeah, last year maybe we got 1. We had 1 freeze. Okay, so all right. So
Well,
you color the color the leaf.
Susan, Florida's filling up from the bottom.
Yeah,
People-wise,
exactly.
filling up from the bottom up. So it's very, very, very populated down in South Florida.
So I'm gonna take a baby wipe and cut it up real quick and stick it in these after I clean my finger off and my brush. Just gonna take a baby wipe real quick, cut it up and stick it in there.
So Jean is thinking about streaming in Dar's time frame or after you're done. She didn't know if we were going to be all day or not.
Oh
I'm
no.
curious to why she would know that.
We're not gonna be all day.
No, we're not going to be on all day, but she may. Well, I'll let her say, but yeah, she's thinking about coming on later. So I will announce it if I know what time she's going to come on. Or if she comes on right after us, we'll just tell everybody.
Right.
But Dar has plans, so Dar is not going to be streaming tonight.
Olive green. So I guess because they have alcohol in them and they're wet, it keeps them from drying out. But anyway, which you really didn't work on. It didn't work on this one, but I think that one may have already been dry.
Okay, Jean thinks more likely in Dar's time, so about 6 o'clock Eastern. So don't mean to put you on the spot, Jean. It's just we look forward to your streams. And I hardly ever get to be there live, so when she does them on Mondays.
Okay, so we did that. That's our background.
Happy birthday, Sherry! I missed your birthday.
I know. I saw her red velvet cake birthday cake she got yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh.
I wasn't on yesterday at all. I wasn't on Twitter or anything. Because I was working. And then I had to work late last night, and I was sort of on call. We were waiting for some stuff to come in, and then the poor guy at 1:50 in the morning, I of course didn't see it till today, says, "Sorry, I forgot to tell you I didn't need anything after all."
Oh no. Okay.
I quit at 11. I'm sorry. I mean, if it has to happen between 11 and 5 or 6 or 7 in the morning, yeah.
So I'm going through the kit that I had assembled. I'm pulling out 2 pine. I did the Tim Holtz pine cone die. We're gonna make 2 of those, and
I don't even know how to make that pine cone.
well, you're gonna learn right now.
I was never very good with those windy roses, so I don't know if I'm gonna be good with the pine cone.
Okay, let me toss this stuff back in here.
I see where you got that little leaf. That's huge on it, that leaf gem that you put on the paper clip.
Yeah, I got those like years ago. I think at Michael's, had them in their dollar, their little dollar bin that's now $1.50, which I have to laugh about because it used to only be, everything in those bins used to be $1. Now they're like $1.50, $2. Okay, so I'm doing love. I got to do these now because I need to crackle them. So I'm using the Distress Crackle Paint because that's going to take a little while to dry. So I'm just going to brush them on here.
And what are they?
They're the chipboard letters, the little chipboard letters. I think you picked Fun, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to take those and I'm just going to set those aside.
Just tell people what you're using in case these, Lana?
Oh, these are the Tim Holtz little chipboard letters. I don't know what they're called. I don't
Tim Holtz little chipboard letters.
alphabet something. I don't know. It's terrible. But anyway.
Alpha something.
I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry. I'm really bad. Let's see. Okay.
Oh no, Jean, did you sleep through your stream? Is that what happened? They said don't forget to set your alarm with sound.
Oh, that's funny.
You didn't. Hey, we've done that, haven't we? Well, I did.
Yes.
I did. I woke up late one morning, like at 11 or some 10. I don't know, quarter to 11 or some crazy thing, and everyone's like, "Where is she?" I'm like, "Oops."
Okay, so you just kind of slop that on there. And we're going to set those aside because that crackle medium needs to dry. This is the Clear Rock candy.
On Monday, Jonna, she set her alarm and then put her iPad on mute so Twitter wouldn't bug her and then set through her scheduled time to stream.
Oh no.
Aw, Jean.
That's odd. I didn't know that your alarm would mute if you muted, because like when I turn my phone off, like mute my phone, the alarm still goes off on it. So
Jan called her at 6 and woke her up.
oh no, that's funny.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
So here's the pine cone. The die has this and a leaf, which looks like
Sherry. No, I know, but I was being nice.
this.
Sherry says it's not the first time she slept through her stream.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I wondered what you were gonna do with that. That flower.
It's not a flower, it's the pine cone die.
Okay, well that explains a lot.
And what you're gonna need is a toothpick. Oh, I gotta get the hot glue gun rolling. And you need a hot glue gun. It's just to get it started. Let me heat my hot glue gun up really quickly. Okay. So let me get this going. I've got a black glue stick in there right now. But that'll work. Doesn't matter. Because you're not going to see it. But you need your hot glue gun going. Are you doing this, Darcy? This one?
No, I'm watching because I don't know how, and then I'll do it.
Okay, but we can prep this in the meantime. So what you...
I'm following along with you, but I have not started wrapping that pine cone thing yet.
So what you want to do is take your thumb and you're going to crease each little petal. So take each little petal and just kind of take your thumbnail and crease it. I don't really have a thumbnail because my fingernails broke off camping last week. Amazing how much labor goes into camping.
It was a lot, but it was so relaxing. That's the thing. I really, we were kids, so we didn't know, but it was so relaxing being outside like that. So it got windy and cold. Then it wasn't relaxing.
But
cold and scary.
I thrive in the cold. I love the cold. So to me, it was like I loved it. Okay, I wish I had just packed warmer clothing. I didn't even look at the weather, and the only thing I threw in there for a jacket was like a sweatshirt. So I wish that I had like a scarf or something to put around my neck when it got cold. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to take it and you're going to, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Is you need to sand it okay, before you pop it out of the background, like how they'll be in a background. You ran it through your die cut machine and then you have a background on it, okay? Before you pop it out, one of the things he said to do is to sand it while it's still in there, and it just makes it easier. So I'm gonna sand it before you put it together. I forgot to do that. So you're gonna kind of sand it, and I use the Coordinations his cardstock that's craft on this, but when it's easier to sand when it's still part of the big thing before you get it all going. So you want to sand it.
That looks good though.
Yeah, it worked. Okay, so after you crimp that, then what you want to do is you're going to take it and you're going to bend it back over your pointer finger. So take it. It was true. And the wind was coming off the water, which when you have that moisture, it makes it even feel like it's colder because you're just damp.
I
So,
never thought I would get warm again. I really seriously never thought I'd get warm again.
oh my gosh.
But Jonna got a fire pit on our last night when it was the coldest and the windiest, and that was fun sitting out there.
I know they didn't want a fire pit, and I'm like, they were like, nah, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went up to go get ice for the cooler, and I was like, okay, I'm so getting a fire pit, even if it's just me out in the cold sitting by the fire pit. I'm like, you have to have a fire pit when you're camping. We had to have.
We're gonna do that again. That was a blast.
We had to have some more. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking the end and I'm curling it down. I don't know if you can see that. So you take your finger, your pointer finger, put it behind the pedal, and you just roll it over it and pinch. Roll it over, pinch it. And that kind of gives you that.
I would never survive up there. We probably wouldn't. No, we would dress for it. That's what we would
Oh
do.
yeah, I love the cold. Cause you can layer on as much as you know, till you get warm and you start fires and yeah.
Yep.
But when it's hot, like you can only take off so much, or you have to go live in like even if you go live in one of those colonies, you still can only take off so
When
much.
it's hot there, it's humid too, and then you get the bugs and there's no breeze, and that's miserable. So we were really happy with the time frame that we went.
Right. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look.
Sherry, I'm so excited. We're gonna have Garrett's popcorn here in Atlanta. Garrett's is a Chicago popcorn. It's really, really good.
Oh.
I know we already have voted who in the office is gonna make popcorn runs.
So we're gonna do this again. You go in and you pinch. And Tim Holtz has a video where he shows you how to make this on his website. So you just kind of go in and you pinch each pedal. Pinch each pedal.
You guys have no idea. You think, a hotel, I don't know. Jonna and I stay in hotels all the time too. And there was something about camping. But then I discussed it with Jonna later. And I think part of why it was so relaxing was because JJ was doing all the cooking.
And I did all the setup. And I had to remember to pack everything. Darcy just came with her suitcase.
The one thing I was supposed to do, I forgot, which was bring some more stuff.
Yeah, she had one assignment. And she forgot it. I was like, what the heck?
I had my suitcase, all my craft. Okay, this is the most stressful part of the camping, was trying to bring your craft stuff. That was hard.
Which you didn't even end up using.
I know. No, we didn't even end up using it all. Oh, but at least we made that card. That was fun.
Yeah. But that was a kit that JJ put together for us. And she had
all my paints and my stains and my this and oh man, I had 2 bags full of stuff that we didn't even use.
That was really funny because you're like, it's so relaxing. There really wasn't a whole lot to do or pack or anything. And JJ and I just looked at each other because JJ was on like food assignment and I had like the tent and the tables and the chairs and everything for like the art retreat and the paper plates and the napkins and the plasticware. Everything. It was funny.
Yeah, that's hard, Susan, is when you have to. She said she thinks she could do it if the camper had a bathroom. There are people out there like that. They want a camper that has, the shower and the toilet because they don't want to have to go down to the public bathroom. They were nice. They were nice though. They were big and they were clean. It was just cold.
Yeah, it was cold, but actually I took a shower in there when it was cold and it actually wasn't bad. Once you get the hot water rolling and
it wasn't bad when you had the hot water rolling, but then you come out and you're like, but it was very nice. That park, it was Fort DeSoto down in St. Petersburg. Oh, beautiful park. State park.
So my cord's not long enough, maybe to reach on this. But what you want to do is on your I must have already used this toothpick. It's brown on it. You want on the tip of your toothpick, you want to put a little blob of glue. And then you want to work from the outside in and glue the end of the toothpick to the right side of your pine cone. So outside in, and you want to just start to wrap it around. Oops. You want to start to wrap it around your toothpick.
Yeah, I think for a first experience, Fort DeSoto was the way to go.
Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful.
Beautiful. The water was beautiful. And actually, I forgot how friendly and nice camping people are. Like when we're sitting out there in the freezing cold trying to start our.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
This couple next door, they were so cute. He comes over and says, "Hey, would you like some lighter fluid?"
Because the girl at the camp store told me that I could just start the fire using the firewood. She goes, "Oh yeah, it has starter on it." I said, "Do I need to buy starter fluid?" She's like, "No, you just light it and it'll light." So I'm sitting there with my terrible lighter. I had like a lighter that was half full or empty. And then so it wasn't working. The wind was blowing. We couldn't get it going. JJ went back to go get her little starter chips that she had. Yeah. And I guess the guy heard me yelling at being frustrated because I had burned up all my napkins trying to get the fire started. Okay, so what you want to do is as you're twirling this around, you kind of want to start to bend the leaves out. And it'll start to kind of look like a pine cone.
Oh my gosh, Susan's talking about her horrible camping experiences.
Where she had to boil water to do
camping in the Adirondacks and there was no hot water. So she had to boil water to wash dishes. Oh, that's the other thing my mom says about camping. We all have fond memories, but Mom said it wasn't a vacation for her. She still had dishes and laundry. And worse, it was harder. Everything was harder.
Yeah, JJ had to wash the pans.
Not me, man. I'd pull out my Girl Scout manual. I'd be making stuff in foil.
Yeah, exactly. I think she did do some stuff in foil though. Our vegetables were done in foil. So
food was really good.
You want to kind of pull it down so it starts to look like a pine cone. And then what you want to do is
Okay, Jonah.
Yes.
Jean said, "Here's a tip for next time. Best starter is the cup trays from McDonald's or a coffee shop. Oh, that kind of paperboard stuff."
Oh yeah, they were.
Those for next time.
I saw, and you can do it with the egg cartons, not the styrofoam egg cartons, but the old kind. And they I saw it on Pinterest. Somebody said, and you put the charcoal briquettes, one charcoal briquette in each little egg slot. And okay, so you just hook that, you glue it there, and then you just go in and you push the little petals down.
Oh, you put it on a toothpick. Well, that's a lot easier.
Yeah. You put it on the toothpick. And then you can make it as big or small as you want, according to how you scrunch.
Can you believe I've had that dye for years? I never took it out. I just wanted it. I liked the idea of it.
So, yeah, then you just glue it. Then you're going to glue it right like that. I'm going to put another little bead where I want it. And then you just you're going to snip you're going to snip it off. You're going to snip the toothpick off, but it just helps you. And then I'll go back in and ink after I do the next one. So that's one.
Wow. I think that's what we had, Jean. I think ours was like a 21-footer. Wasn't it, Jonah?
I don't.
Camper. We had two. We rented one. And then my parents really enjoyed it. We really liked it. So then we bought one.
Oh, who had to cook and clean? Our mom? Or you're talking about JJ? Yeah, the reason why JJ had she volunteered to cook and clean is because of she has a couple of issues with food, so it was just easier for her to do it. And
she can't do gluten
Yeah.
She gets very sick if she gets any gluten, and so she does all gluten free, which organic, delicious, and then as long as no one else is touching everything, she's good. So yeah, she just does. We just let her do her thing, and she did awesome, and she didn't get sick, and she had a great time. So it was pretty much a total success.
Yeah, she didn't get sick, that's huge.
That's the nice thing is that if you do have issues like that, you can control your environment. When you can't, you're not at the mercy of a restaurant or
Right.
some place that might do something that makes you sick. So it was good. They're all talking about their nightmare camping trips.
Okay, because I have to watch what I'm doing. I can't read it.
Gosh, Susan. Fortunately, this day was cut short because a hurricane was coming up the Hudson River.
Oh my goodness.
They wanted us out, so the camping trip got shortened.
Oh my goodness, that's
so
funny.
2 kids were coming down with the flu. One, oh no,
Ah.
hot water. I should have been given a big piece of jewelry for that.
Amen, sister.
That's hilarious. You guys are so funny.
What I liked about the pine cone dye is you can use it to make flowers too. You can make the little rose, but I think didn't he come out with a flower dye that does the same thing? I'm not really sure.
I don't know, but I think that's why I ended up buying it for the roses, because it's nice when you can have a dye that does more than one thing.
Right. See, because you can make it look like a flower by gushing it all together flat. But the thing that makes it the pine cone is that you go out wide and then you come back in again.
Oh my gosh, Sharon, what'd you guys do? Sleep in sleeping bags just out in the open air?
Okay.
Which is great. I wouldn't mind sleeping in the open air like that near a fire if there weren't bears and stuff.
We did see a snake one day. In
Yeah,
fact, I
I
almost stepped on it, and JJ was like,
raccoons though. They were cute, baby raccoons.
yeah, till I almost ran into the mother and the babies going to the bathroom, and she hissed at me. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, whoa, backing up.
Get away from those little raccoon babies. They were cute.
But the guy the campground security guy came around, one of the, I don't know what do you call those people? They're not security, the forest rangers. He came around and he was telling us that he was really happy to hear that they had raccoons back in the area, because I guess they had an issue with distemper there at one point, and it killed off the raccoon population. So he was really happy to hear that there was a mom with babies, that we had seen it, because they didn't know. So he was really happy about that.
Sharon said the kids got to sleep in the cars and the adults had cots. Yeah, but Sharon, you know what? That's a pretty cool way to camp, because there's nothing worse than trying to set up a tent. Just saying. There's nothing. It takes a village to set up a tent.
Yeah, I'm going now that I know how to do the tent. I'm gonna try. It's supposed to be a 1-person, 1-minute tent. That's what it says on the package from Coleman. Okay. Darcy and I and JJ had to do this thing.
Other than you.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, yeah, it was quite difficult, especially if you're smaller in stature, because I couldn't reach things that needed to be reached. And so, it was interesting. I don't know that I could do it by myself. Hold the stake and do because it's like, how high was that thing? 10 feet? 10-foot high tent? I don't know.
I don't know. It was higher than us.
So anyway, okay, so I've got these done, and let me unplug my hot glue gun. No, maybe I'll keep it. I'll use a hot glue gun to stick everything down.
I don't know. I mean, Susan, I don't know what they did about the raccoons. I guess they had to. What they do, John? They have to kill them all because of the distemper.
No, I think they just died off because of distemper. I thought that's what he said. It just died off the population of raccoons died off. So I'm
But now
using
now
frayed
we're making
burlap.
news. Susan said that they have to vaccinate them with oral vaccine and food put out for them in New York.
Oh,
That's a
maybe
good way
that's
to
what
do
they
it.
did.
That's a good way to do it because then they get to live and nobody gets distemper.
So I'm using the frayed burlap to just kind of distress my little pine cone here.
Wow, they used to camp every weekend. Sharon said, Grandma, Grandpa, Uncle, cousins. That's fun. You know what else I thought was really cool? You guys know Midnight Scrapper? Well, she and her sister used to have campers, and they'd camp down by this river where they lived, and they'd set them up next to each other, and then they'd put a table in the middle, and they would craft, and they would have crafting weekends out there with their families.
Fun.
That was cool.
Oop, I didn't do a very good job gluing this one down. Okay. So after you ink that, set those aside.
So we had the tent because that was going to be our crafting area. Donna brought 2 big folding tables. We actually did spend an afternoon out there, but that was it. That was then the next day. Then the worst part was that day was beautiful, the day we got there. And then Friday got windy. Saturday was freezing and windy. And then Sunday, the day we're all leaving, was the perfect day. Sunny, not too hot, not too cold, not too breezy. It was the perfect day. And we all had to go home.
Exactly. And actually 2 days after that was great down here. Okay, so I'm pulling out distress paint. I'm using okay.
That does sound like fun. But crafting in a hotel conference room is fun too.
And that's funny.
Yes, it was. When I went to Austin, that's what we did. They had that huge conference room Bren set up for us, and that was fun. Because you could leave your stuff there, but we thought we'd be able to leave our stuff in the tent too, because it was all zipped. But then it got so windy that things were blowing around inside the tent, so we had to take it all out. Mom's calling. Hey, Mom. I'm good. We're streaming. Yeah, we are. We are.
Hey, Mom.
Donna says hi.
Tell everybody I said hi, okay?
Yep, I just did. Yeah, can you guys hear?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Give me a call.
Everyone's saying hi, Mom.
I wish I could talk, but no. After I get back from Florida, I will have my computer fixed. But in the meantime, I'm not bothering with it.
So, do you have any camping stories? We were just talking about our camping trip.
Oh, camping stories? Yeah, I got a good one. You know what?
Uh-oh.
Every time we would go on a camping trip, it wasn't a vacation for me. I just didn't have all the nice things at home. I had to cook on a camp stove. I had to do my laundry at the laundromat. That was no vacation for me, but I did enjoy being with all you kids. And then I remember the time that we took the RV and went down to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going through about to go through the Holland Tunnel, and we get right up to where the guard is. There was always a guard there at that time, and he stopped Dad and he said, "Sorry, you're going to have to turn this around. You cannot go through the tunnel because you've got propane gas, So poor Dad. Big line in back of him with this huge long RV. He had to turn it around and go all the way around Washington in order or wherever.
Baltimore, right? Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Oh my gosh, we got so lost down there too, where all the row houses were, and
Oh, I know, it was terrible. But I enjoyed it because we were all together and it was fun.
That was a Winnebago. We had a Winnebago. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad didn't have a vacation either because he had to drive.
And then on the way back from Florida, he pulls into a motel. I said, "What are you doing this for?" He says, "I'm sick of sleeping on those beds. I want a real bed."
That's funny.
So we all checked in a motel with the RV.
Oh yeah, I remember that because that was the first time I ever saw the bed where you put the quarter in it. So, Chris and I, we wanted quarters to put in the bed so that it would vibrate. Oh gosh, that was so funny.
The kind of motels my parents took us to.
Exactly.
They probably had to pay by the hour.
Oh no.
We had fun.
We did.
The kids had so much fun. Well, enjoy your show. What are you making?
She's making a fall canvas that I think she tweeted it, Mom.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'll see it when she posts it.
Okay. Love you, Mom.
Love you too. Love everybody.
Bye.
I love you too. Bye, Mom.
She always says some story of something that I forgot. It's so
Oh
funny.
my gosh. Oh, see that? Susan, remember.
Susan, did you hear that? My dad was so sick of sleeping on that bed in the RV that we pulled into a motel on our last night. So we're sleeping in the motel with the camper outside.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, and then Susan goes, yes, my grandfather would give us quarters when we traveled with them. Such good memories. Oh, that's funny. That's funny because I do remember doing that. I remember that very vividly.
I just remember we would pick motels by whether or not they had a pool in the front. If it had a pool with a slide, we wanted to stay there.
That's true. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of use a little bit of paint to add some color, more color to the canvas. I'm using Forest Moss, Rusty Hinge, Spice Marmalade, Antique Linen, and Vintage Photo.
Yeah, Susan, Joanna and I often talk about how my parents were like Green Acres. So just, picture, the Gabor sisters camping, and you got a pretty good picture of my mom.
So I'm just gonna add a little bit of paint around the edges. Just kind of go in and just stress the edges a little bit. With some of the colors, and I'm going light to dark because that way you won't cross contaminate your light colors if you're going right from the dauber. I'm going right from the dauber.
So her grandmother wouldn't camp, so they went from Holiday Inn or Howard Johnson's on vacation. There had to be a pool.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I remember all the Howard Johnson's. Dad used to stop at Howard Johnson's and always bring me the little candy rolls from there.
Mm-hmm.
He always had them in his pocket.
I do remember her saying that though. This isn't a vacation for me.
Yeah. I don't know how Mom cooked for a family of 5 in a little camp, in a little. Yeah, I don't know how she did it. I don't remember what we ate.
I remember we had like sloppy joes and probably burgers and hot dogs because if we grilled, Dad would grill stuff, chicken, stuff like that probably.
Oh yeah, we remember. We loved stopping at Stuckey's.
Oh yeah.
On the way down to Florida, we loved it when Dad had to go get gas at Stuckey's.
We would always get the pecan roll. Mom always liked the pecan roll. As a matter of fact, I just got one, Jonna, at
They have
Cracker Barrel, and I brought it back for everybody at work. And then
exact.
we would get the chocolate covered coconut patties too.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah.
Dad loved those chocolate covered coconut patties.
Me too. My favorite. Oh, that's a good idea, Jean. Jonna, we need to write this down. Her mom would pre-make a lasagna that would fit in the little freezer, and then they'd bring buns and hot dogs and hamburgers and meat for subs. Dana said she thinks that's how her brother learned to read, seeing the billboards that say, 75 miles to Stuckey. And then he would freak out when he saw you have just passed Stuckey's.
That's funny. Okay, so I just went in and kind of added a little bit of color. I'm just going to kind of meld the colors together with a little bit of water.
That is
So help
true,
blend them,
Cindy. It's still camping
soften
whether
them.
you have a potty or not.
Exactly.
I'll tell
So
you
it's
what,
kind of
though,
just,
Jonna and I were pretty impressed. There were people there, and they probably stay longer than a weekend, that had these huge RVs with the bump outs, and that may be where they live, I don't know, but they had satellite dishes, they had
oh my gosh, yeah. It was like the,
they had it was luxury camping, let me tell you.
yeah, they were like mansion campers. I mean, it was like insane. They were huge.
Gorgeous though, and they probably just go around the country like that, Of course, we're gonna go with the little vintage campers, so.
And there I am with my little 10-foot camper.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This was Zippy's maiden voyage. I would say it was a success.
I loved it. There were just a couple of things that I wish that,
The more you drive, the more comfortable you're going to get with that.
it's true. That was the only thing, was going through downtown traffic. That was a little freaky, was going through, because it wouldn't have been so bad if it didn't have, if there wasn't construction, but there was construction. So the road narrowed down going through the city with the big trucks and all that stuff. So anyway, Pinterest is really awesome. And I found like a thing, I was looking back on Pinterest because somebody had posted like all these really cool little camping tips stuff that I wish I had read before I left, but they had some good ideas and of stuff to pack. But I did make a list of things I didn't have to pack and things that I needed to pack. So I've got that list. Stuff I didn't pack, things I needed to pack. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and now I'm going to work on, I had made, okay, my original one, I bought chalkboard, but last night I couldn't find the chalkboard for this one. I don't know if it came in a set of 3 and I needed an extra one of 4 maybe. I think that was the deal. So I just made my own chalkboard out of chipboard, and then I painted it with chalkboard paint. And so this one's going to have a handmade chalkboard, which was pretty easy to make. I just used a piece of chipboard and took a 1/4-inch strip of chipboard and made an edge so the chalkboard's sunken in. And then I'm going to take a piece of chalk and just kind of prime it. Now that it's dry, you want to prime your chalkboard.
That one?
Excuse me?
You made that one?
Yeah, I made this one.
Oh, cute idea. Because I have a little wood one that I don't know, came from somewhere.
From me.
I know, but
Oh, in the kit.
Did you buy it at Michael's or something?
No, I think I got it at Joann's. But last night I thought I had one for the one I was making, and I didn't. So I had to make one. So there's.
Oh my gosh, Janet. Janet said that they camped in an RV, lived in a fifth wheel for 6 months. It's not really camping, it's relocating where it's warm.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
No, it is definitely not roughing it. I'll tell you what. I would not want to have to drive something like that myself. These people always seem to have a husband or somebody who will drive it, which is great. But yeah, but it's beautiful. It's like having a whole house there.
Yeah, there were some pretty incredible ones. Okay, so now I'm trying to find my I need a brown pen. I'm just gonna use a brown Sharpie because that's the first thing I could grab. And I'm gonna make it kind of look like wood.
Susan says her husband Spock says he remembers Stuckey's. His parents hardly ever stopped at hotels, but if they did, no quarters would be passed out to vibrate the beds because that was a waste of a quarter.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It really is when you think about it. Hey, it keeps kids quiet for a minute.
So I'm just kind of going in and sketching a few sketchy lines in here to make it kind of.
Really, Janet, driving those big rigs? They don't drive those big rigs. She said there's widows that go down like that to the campground, but the guys in the campground help them out. Let me tell you something. I had totally forgotten about that. And the boating community is like that as well. Very friendly people, very nice, very helpful. And it's been so long since I've done anything like that, I've forgotten. So yeah, it was a great experience all the way around. Love it. Gonna do it again. I don't know, but I know Jonna and I will have this down to a science because we are not going to suffer. Pain is optional. Oh, South Padre. Ooh, I would love to go there.
Okay, so I just drew a couple of lines in there to kind of make it look like wood. That's my version of wood. And then I'm going to go in with my frayed burlap and distress the edge a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that looks great.
I might end up, I kind of like it over the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of distress.
I saw pictures because we have a friend that lives out in, I guess, what you call the Lake District in Texas. It's west of Dallas and all that. I don't know. I wish I could tell you better. It is very pretty. I would totally love to camp out there too. Yeah, it was funny, Janet. I saw these ads, for campers and stuff, and they go, it has a heater. And I'm like, because I live in the South, I don't even think about how somebody might need a heater in their camper. But yeah, it will. You're going to camp in the cold, you need one. But you're right. The hardest part is setting up and taking down. And yes, it is. The wind off the Gulf is chilly. It was chilly and breezy. I mean, it was downright cold and windy for one of those days. And then one day was not as bad. And then the other two were perfect. But yeah. But to be on the water and have a view of the water was just really nice.
Okay, so I gotta get the paints back out because.
But it was funny because they had signs down on the beach. We went down there to watch the sunset one night, and it said, "There is dangerous sea life. Do not go out into the water."
I forgot I gotta clip the little edges off. Because we were like, what's dangerous sea life? Like, I guess, what would be dangerous besides a shark? Why wouldn't they just... Oh, jellyfish. Oh, stingrays. That's right. On that coast, they get a lot of stingrays. I forgot.
Yeah, sharks. I think it was a shark breeding ground because they have that in the Florida Panhandle in the Intercoastal. There are certain places where you can go out to the ocean from there, and so in that bay, those bays, they're shark breeding grounds.
So I'm just adding a little color to the little, I don't know what these are called either, alpha parts or something like that. I'm sorry, I took everything out of the package. I would have known if I'd done this last week because it would have been fresh on my mind. But yeah. Okay, now I'm cross-contaminating because I did the light last.
Oh my gosh, Dana, hundreds of them. Wowza. I like wildlife, but from a distance. Although those little baby raccoons were cute. They had, these campsites had electrical and a water spigot. And so the water spigot comes up, it's a pipe that comes up and it just curved out just a bit. And then the knob,
We'll draw
you know,
that.
was on the top where it kind of curved. And one of the baby raccoons, they would climb up and held on to where the pipe, you know, went out, jutted out sideways and was able to drink from the spigot. It was so cute. And I'm trying to get a picture with my phone, which stunk, and I didn't get it. Because you got to click on 25 things just to get to your camera, and I don't know how people take that many pictures with their phone. I'm useless.
Okay,
But
these
my-
were
my
by
first
Studio
day, I
Calico.
had the battery. I took one picture and then my camera died. So.
These were by Studio Calico. They're like little Polaroid frames, but you can always cut your own if you want. And I just
The die I showed you guys last
Really
week, that
cute
Bonbon one. It's so
wood.
cute.
and okay, so let me see if these little crackle ones are. Yep, these are dry. And what you do is after you get the crackle paint on there, we're gonna take some of the frayed burlap and we're gonna go in and just put the distress stain right over it. And what it does is it's going to seep down into the cracks. Well, this one you can really see it on, but it'll seep down into the.
Jessie! Hi, Jess.
Hey, Jess. And it seeps down into the crack, and you really get that cracked wood, vintagey, crackly look. And then what you want to do is, I need a little rag real quick. Sorry. I'm gonna take a rag, and you kind of want to buff it off because you just want it down in the cracks. But you can see how that goes down into the cracks, and you get a really neat aged, weathered wood look.
Sweet.
So this one. Okay, so that's the look I wanted. And I'm just going to come back in now with some pop dots. And I'm going to add pop dots to the letters. So I want them popping off.
Aw, Susan posted pictures. Too cute.
Of what?
Camping?
Oh, I'll have to go in there and look when I'm done. So I'm just going to put them at the top.
So cute. Oh, funny.
Of my chalkboard. That's a little over too much.
The one thing I'm happy about is I thoroughly enjoyed the camping experience. I mean, I see why people love it. And I think especially for a working person, when you're under so much pressure, it just forces you to wind down, you know?
She said that's not camping, that's in her backyard.
Oh,
Okay, so I took some antique linen and I put it on the little word tag, the little metal tag. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back in and wipe it, and then the antique linen will sit down in and make the word pop off. And let's
no,
see.
Susan. I mean, my mom dressed us like that too. That's what's so funny about it. But we were really very outdoorsy and kind of tomboyish too, and so it was like being punished when you had to wear a dress.
So I'm just going in and kind of using the distress paint again on the little faucet, these little faucet handles. So once you have all your stuff painted and done, and then we can just start to glue it on. Oh, I want to take, I've got all these leaves. I need to distress them. So I'm going to come in and I ended up going through my stash and got, this was actually, what's the name of that company now?
Okay, post if any of you have camping pictures, post your camping pictures on Twitter. I love it when you guys post the pictures. It's hilarious while we're chatting and doing the project. Who's got camping pictures?
This is an old Daisy D's. That's what this was. Remember Daisy D's? I miss them. So I'm just kind of sanding. I'm going to kind of crumple them up, uncrumple them. Because you want them to look like they've been blown around in the woods. Sand again. Crumple. And then take my frayed burlap and go back in and just kind of ink the edges. And I kind of want to ink the edges on this side because you're going to see some of the back sides of them. So I'm just going to kind of go in and ink some of the leaf edges.
I'm behind. I'm paying attention to the chat. I'm behind.
That's okay because I can't see the chat where I am. So there's one. Anyway.
Your parents were serious campers, huh? I bet your mom was really organized. I would love to hear more about how you guys did that with your family. They belong to a National Camper and Hikers Association.
Oh, that's
Doesn't
cool.
exist anymore.
I think when I get Zippy's inside the way I want it, like her flooring and stuff like that, I'm gonna go to some of those rallies.
Yeah, I told Jonna she needs to go to some of the. They look like so much fun.
The vintage camper rallies would be fun. I was reading on somebody's blog last week it was, where she goes to all those.
Yeah, or somebody had a Facebook page, a vintage trailer. We're meeting this whole community of people out there. It's just so fun. She said their club camped most weekends in the summer, and then every year there was a big provincial camp out on Labor Day weekend. See, that's cool because you meet people and then you develop friendships, because you're seeing each other on a regular basis. That's cool. Jess lives on the prairie. Jess really lives on the prairie.
I'm going to wrinkle them all at the same time. I don't know why I'm doing each one. It'd be easier if I just wrinkled them all at the same time. I know. I love this.
Cool.
I love this Daisy D line. I think it was like called Autumn something or other. I'm looking on the back of any of the leaves because.
Can we have a moment of silence for Daisy D's? I love them. I still have my hoard. It's sad when you go through your craft stuff to see how many companies are no longer around.
I know. So many companies are gone. Which I don't know if they get bought up or they just closed during, when we had that crisis kind of, everybody wasn't shopping and they just kind of went under. They couldn't stay afloat anymore. Or what ends up actually happening to the companies. It's really kind of sad.
Hey, Miss Chris. I do too. I have scenic route that I will never get rid of my scenic route. I showed you some of that, I think.
I know. I have some of my scenic route also.
I will not.
And I still have some of my SCI. They're like the original SCI stuff.
Yep, I do too. I told you, my favorite Christmas line ever was SCI. SEI.
Hey, Miss Pris.
I'm gonna have to do a museum to my favorite paper.
Susan's like, I'm hoarding it. I have that too. I know.
Susan, is your craft room the way you want it now? recreational project several months ago. Oh, she has camping stickers from scenic route.
Somebody look that up in the dictionary and see how we're supposed to pronounce that.
Well, it's a Route 66, so why wouldn't you say route?
Is it
Right.
Route 66 or Route 66? Oh, I didn't tweet that we were on. I forgot.
Oh, Jean did for us.
Oh, okay.
And I saw Dana did too. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you, because I just forgot.
Oh, Jean just Susan was just saying she just got a wide format printer. Ooh.
That's nice. I don't think I would have room for one. I don't know where I would put it.
I tell you what, it's getting to the point now where it's like 6 slides, you know.
Oh, you know what I was watching last night on Netflix? The Tiny House. That guy Christopher that built his own tiny house.
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie? That documentary? Oh my gosh. I had started to watch it and I didn't finish it a few months ago, and so I went in and rewatched it last night, and it's so cute. It's such a cute little movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. That little couple is just darling, and then they go around and they interview other people that own tiny houses and how you can live like off grid and your tiny house, but
I'll tell you what, you know, these young couples that have decided not to be tied to a big long mortgage like that, I mean, they're so smart.
yeah, they're living debt free, and they seem to be pretty happy, but they get rid of like all their belongings, but they seem pretty happy.
Yeah, it's easier to do when you're young and not after you've amassed a lifetime of carb,
It's true.
you know? But I love camping. I'm completely, totally sold on camping. It is what you make it. If you can make it miserable or you can make it pleasant. That's what I decided. You can camp near Starbucks or not.
Okay, let's see. Janet looked it up and she said, okay, I just looked up pronunciation of route. The primary is route. The US is route.
Okay.
What does that mean? The US is route. So we pronounce it route.
It means I was right. It's route.
No, wait a minute. I think you can pronounce it either way. Or maybe in England they pronounce it route. In the US they pronounce it route. I don't understand what Janet wrote. I don't get it.
There is no wrong way to say it. In Boston we say route. Yeah, see, we grew up in New England. That's probably why we say route. Oh, Jean just posted a pic of trailers lined up to get into the camp convention. Let me go see. Oh my gosh, Jean. Jonna.
Yes.
This is a 2-lane road. Okay, going one way, completely full of campers and RVs and
Wow.
trucks and everything with campers on them.
Wow. See, when you wipe it off after it kind of dries but not quite dry, then you get the color goes into the
Thanks, Jean.
embossed.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna have to I'll go in and look at all the pictures later because I can't right now. Okay. So now we're just going, everything's good to go, and we can just start to assemble. I'm going to go ahead and do this part. You want to take this string and go under, and we're just going to kind of wrap it around. Oops.
Thank you, Jean. That was sweet of you to post those. Those are great pictures. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, it's so fun. Jean, when would that have been? That camping at the convention.
And we're going to put it on the left side.
$1979. Aww. That's awesome. See, camping is fun, people.
Camping's fundamental.
I know, Dana. I did too. I thought the cars were awesome. Yeah, back then, you could pull a camper with a car because you didn't have some little wimpy engine. We pulled ours, our 21-footer with our station wagon.
The family truckster.
Yeah. Had the back facing back. We call it the way back seat.
Oh, somebody just had that tweet like that because I turned my phone on silent. Weird.
I know. Every once in a while that happens. That happens to mine too. It just all of a sudden starts buzzing. And then of course Gabby barks. you know the drill.
Hi, Oliver.
Oh my goodness, Jean! Don't even tell me what they used to make. What did they make at a camp out potluck like that? Oh, look at the dog with a pom pom. Oh, even pom pom got to go. Wow, Jean! Thanks for putting your hands on those pictures so fast. I'm gonna retweet.
That means my phone's gonna buzz again. And she's typing. So I put it under the elastic, and then I tied the little banner thing up there, and I'm just gonna kind of trim these a little bit. Like that. And then I'm just gonna start gluing down stuff. So I just kind of want to place this, and I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna just kind of go around and place stuff first, and then I'll go in and kind of glue it after I get my placement.
I need to find out from Jean what they used to make for those pop-ups. Let's see. Potato salad, coleslaw, casseroles. Yeah, Jean. She said her mom's legs wouldn't have allowed them to camp without a fridge or, toilet, shower, sink. I said, let me tell you, that was the one thing JJ and I said. Climbing in and out of those vintage vans was hard on your knees. I had a cooler that they gave me, a small cooler, and I ended up using it as a step.
Oh, you have to clip off the little toothpicks. Forgot to do that.
Cute.
Oop, that went flying across the room.
I have a sudden urge to have a tailgate. We're having a potluck on the 20th at work. That'll be fun for Thanksgiving. I'm making something Paula Deen.
Oh, that'll be good.
I made her corn casserole last year. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then this year I saw she has a sweet potato bake. Like the mash, how you do sweet potato casserole with the pecans on top and stuff. So I was going to do that, but then I noticed somebody else is bringing souffle. So I found this awesome mushroom and leek bread, kind of a bread pudding, but it's more like a dressing. And no one's making any kind of stuffing or dressing, so I'm gonna make that instead. But we have this new guy at work. He's so cute because the girl that left was like, she always organized the parties and the decorations, and she was always like the one that liked to do all that. So he just took it upon himself to organize our potluck. I thought it was so cool. So
Oh, that's
now
cool.
we have a male Erica. Yeah, he went and found out what everyone was bringing and making. The potluck's always awesome, our work one. So it'll be fun. Oh yeah, Gene. My dad was like that too. He was quiet, but he was funny. He had a hilarious sense of humor. Oh, I bet. She says her dad was the hit of all the old ladies.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Cute.
So I'm just going in with my leaves and gonna tuck kind of like that there. I'm gonna move that over so that goes back behind. So this I have to stuff down over there. Whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh. So sticky.
That's so cool. Thanks so much, Jean, for posting those.
Good thing about the 3-in-1.
Fun. Jonah, we need, you know what? I think ours are on slides. I think that's where our stuff is. Although I told you about, you saw that one of Rocks Pond Campground where we stopped one year. I think isn't it in South Carolina? It's still there.
Yeah. I want to
And
go there.
their sign was upside down. They had a big billboard sign down ground level, but like a billboard, and it was upside down. So I took a picture of our sister Melody standing on her head next to it. That's the kind of sense of humor we had. I guess we were kids. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thanks, Sharon. She said she loves the project. Yeah, that canvas, you got that at Michael's, right?
No, this is the Tim Holtz canvas.
Okay.
The burlap canvas. Oh my gosh, I got this glue everywhere.
That's Tim Holtz canvas. Okay.
And I lost my other, oh, here it is. My pine cone. I'm just using 3-in-1.
Aw, Gene, that's so sad. But what happened if he died on Labor Day, Friday's Labor Day weekend, which is when they would do the camp out.
Oh.
I know. So wow, what great memories. And the fact that your parents would pack up a family that size and take you on the road, that's huge. I need to ask your mom what she did to get you all organized. I'm telling you, that's half the thing. That's the hard part is Jonna's very organized, and she's like, oh, I thought of so many things afterwards that I could have done or should have done or packed and didn't need,
I have one of these little pins, and I'm just putting it on the little wood frame. I got 3-in-1 glue on that. And I'm just gonna go in and, okay, I think this is kind of stuck.
Oh my gosh, Paula was the cutest little kid. I mean, she's still cute, but oh my gosh, my little doll baby. Just post a picture.
Yeah, that's what I have, Jean. I went ahead and put them in those bags, the ones that you suck all the air out of. And I put it in there with some dryer sheets to keep them, smelling fresh. But I'm doing the same think I'm just gonna have it packed. Oh, this is like, I can't get it in here. This one's like stuck together or something. Ah, why is it stuck together? It's because it wants to be difficult. Wants to be difficult. There. Just wants to be difficult.
That's so cool. Yeah, we want to take
Okay.
the dogs. I want to take Gabby. They have a pet-friendly area in Fort DeSoto, so we could even bring the dogs.
So you can take the pin and you can just stick it down in the burlap.
Oh, Susan wants to know where you got the wood frame, Jonna.
It's Studio Calico. This thing or the wood
Yeah.
chop, this thing, these were a die cut by Studio Calico, but you can, they were like a set of them, frames, but you can get, you can just cut it yourself out of any kind of wood grain paper like base coat paper.
Jean was saying about their dog. They had a Pomeranian when she was growing up named Pom Pom, and she said the minute Dad hauled the trailer up to the back door, Pom Pom would have to go out and wait in the van because she was not about to let us leave without her.
Oh my gosh, cute.
So she knew you were going on the road.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break because I can hear Oliver. He probably wants to go out. And I'm just gonna leave it like this right now. But we're almost done. All I have to do is glue this on and glue the topper on and we'll be done.
And the handle on the side.
Yeah, that's what I meant, this thing. And the topper. And I have a couple little sequin maple leaves I'm gonna add.
To get there quickly.
Yeah, it's a pretty
leaves over here, just saying.
it's a pretty fast project.
In the chat.
So I went ahead and painted in our kit, so we didn't have to do it while we were at the campground, but I painted the feet. And the feet are gonna get just
yes, the feet were already painted in my kit.
are just gonna get glued on. Oh my goodness. Okay, they get glued on like this. Right onto the base, and that's what makes it stand up. That's what gives it like that easel effect. It holds it to stand up on your table. So I'm going to glue those on when I get back, and I've got a couple little buttons.
Donna, Jean said that Pom Pom she would stay up the whole time they were camping, and then she'd sleep for days when they got home because she got so much attention and wanted to be part of everything.
Aww.
Cute. Yeah, I thought about that. You know, Jonna, we talked about, well, would she bark and carry on? But I think she would be tired. I think she would actually be quiet because she'd be out, you know? You'd be taking her places and she'd be outdoors.
Oops.
Be good for her. Okay.
I got a couple of these little sequin leaves, maple leaves in here, and uh-oh, somebody's tweeting me.
Somebody's tweeting you.
I hear it. I hear it. Whoops. Oh, maybe I'll put this, I'm going to put this on the frame. I had an extra one, so I'm just going to stick it on the frame there. Okay, so let me come right back and then we'll do the top of it and we can glue these on. And I'll be right back. I'm going to take a little break and I don't have my BRB. Do I have my BRB sign somewhere? Where is my BRB sign?
My browser keeps freezing every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're at almost, well, it's 2 hours, but including before you that on the recording. So she's back.
I am back. Except is no one chatting? Cause my chat stopped.
No, we're chatting.
Oh, my chat stopped at 12:42. So,
So refresh it.
well, I don't want to refresh because then I'll stop the recording and everything. Oh no, there it goes. Wait a minute. I just saw something scroll.
If you just click chat, it'll keep going, right? Just click on the chat word.
Let me try. Oh yeah. Oh, it's weird. It's kind of like bouncing around a little bit. Huh. Because I just saw 1248 was Miss Priss wrote Ustream. Oh, Dana just welcomed me back. Okay, so it's working 1249. Okay. So I'm back. I don't need to do the BRB. And okay, so hey, the good thing was there were no fractions. We had no math class today, just saying. Ah! Oh shoot. That's the other thing. When you're up tall, up high on a bar stool, everything has a way far way to go when it drops. All right, so let's do the top part. And I'm just going to I die cut out. This was a Spellbinders die, and it just so happened that it was on sale when I bought it, but it's the exact length of the Tim Holtz canvas, so it just kind of worked. And so I did two because I wanted to look pretty from the back side, and all I'm gonna do is go in and glue it with something. Maybe I'll use my fine line. Move that over to the side. I'm gonna use this is Scotch Quick Dry. Actually, I could just run it through my Xyron, but it's alright. My Xyron is over on the other side of the room. So I'm just gonna go in with my fine line and attach the two together. I'm not looking at the chat, so don't say anything yet. Oh, you keep getting error messages. That's weird. Did you try refreshing? Like actually going out of your internet, like, and redoing your internet and trying to come back in? Might be something that helps. Okay, so I'm just sticking them back to back. So, because you're going to see it from the other side. Got glue all over my fingers. I would suggest running it through Xyron if you have like that little X Xyron, the small one, the sticker maker, whatever that thing is called. That'd be way easier. Okay. Do we have a split chat going on? Because I don't know, I only see Dana and Linda. Hey, Darcy. She left me. Is she still on? Yeah. I'm still recording. How do you have a split chat? How do you see if you have a split chat? We may. I only have, let me see. The only one I see, oh no, there's Janet. Okay, there's Jean. Everybody kind of went and got something. Now they're back because I was like, do you have a split chat? That could be awful. Well, I'm almost done. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to glue it to the top of the, right up here, like that. And I'm just going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use the Glossy Accents, probably the best, because it's foil paper. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to run a bead of Glossy Accents along the bottom. And I'm going going to just adhere this down to the top of my canvas, and then let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in with the this is some of that bling. I just cut it down, you know, you get it on the sheet, a roll sheet of it. I just cut it down, and I'm just put that on the top, across the top. And I'm gonna, let me see, maybe I'll do 3-in-1 since it glossy accents takes a while to dry. So I'm just gonna run a bead of the 3-in-1 along the top edge, like so. Oop. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Dana. And then I'm just going to stick the bling down on the top edge. And that goes that. Then what I want to do is, I forgot, I had Daisy, I think it was Daisy D's, no, Cosmo Cricket had a paper line. I cut it up, but it had all these really nice little sayings. And what I want to do is, this side on the left side is going to be the handle, but on the right side, to decorate the side, you can put on this nice little saying on the side. This says how beautiful the day can be when kindness touches it. And I'm just gonna trim that down. And I'm just gonna glue that to the side of my canvas. Just dress it a little bit. Wow, Dixie, I agree. That's very good. You're cooking and stitching while watching. That's very multitasking at its finest there. Okay. Oh no, I've got a big glue. Oh, I got a big glue bubble on the end. Ah! I want to distress it. Okay, what do I do with this? This is terrible. Let me see. I'll tip it over. There. That was funny. It just kind of did it on its own. Okay, I want to ink it. I want to distress it. And I want to ink it. Again, I've been using the frayed burlap. Nice color for this. Yeah, exactly, Dana. So let's see, I'm just gonna kind of go in here and glue this down. Probably would have been better to do it earlier when I was, so it could have gone under that, but I guess it doesn't matter. It can go over it. But anyway, these little strip fit, it just fits perfectly on the edge, finishes that side off nice. And then, okay, so the only thing we have left is the foot and the handle, the feet and the handle. And I also have, anybody see the cap here? Dana, that is funny. Drinking, she's multitasking too, drinking coffee and chatting. Very good. Okay, so yep, so we have to put the feet on, which, wait a minute, I don't want to do the feet just yet. I want to do this first. So I have some fibers. I went in my stash, which I know back in the day I was a fiberholic. Oh my gosh, I bought this stuff. Like, I've got skeins and skeins of it. So if anybody needs fibers, I have them. Because there was a period of time where they were really popular. Remember, we used to stick them on all the tags, and yeah, I mean, it's still fun to do, but I just kind of got away from that. All right, so anyway, I've got these. Just kind of grabbing them, laying them. Got a bunch of them. And you just want to kind of grab them all up together. And I just use various colors, and then I'm going to go in. And this is one of the Tim Holtz knobs thingies. I don't know what you call them. Faucet handles. Sorry. Faucet handles. I just started grabbing stuff out of my stash. Things that I had 4 of for the stream, because I had to make kits, like I said, for JJ and Darcy. And then one to make ahead of time, and then one to do on the stream. So I needed 4 of things. So I just started hitting my stash. Okay, so that's on there like that. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Which is a little tricky when you have tons of fibers all attached. Here, got that done. Okay, so tie that good on there. And then I'm going to, I had these in my stash too. I had some of these, I don't know who made them. Maybe Prima? I'm not really sure. Or maybe I had them in a kit. Can't really remember. I've had them so long. But they were just like velvet leaves. So I had some of those. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie those on. And I just kind of, they're wire. So I just, let me see. I have to go this way so they hang straight.
Tiny attacher.
What?
I staple them with my tiny attacher.
Oh, you did? They're wire, so they just wrap around the yarn.
Well, any chance I get to use my tiny attacher, I take.
Okay. You're funny.
I was like, okay.
Go for it. So I just did them at 2 different lengths. So I got one up high, one down low. You can put on charms, whatever you want to do. I'm just wrapping these wire stems around. You could even use some of the paper leaves you can attach on here, but I just had these little velvet ones and I thought they were pretty. Okay, so I got those on. And then now the only thing I have left to do is I'm going to attach this to the side and the feet to the bottom. And that'll be it. And then the back side, oh, I know what I had that I didn't put down. I bought these off, well, they came in a kit. You can get them off Etsy. Okay, I don't remember where they came from, but they were in a kit. And there was a set of 4, but I thought they were really pretty Art Deco kind of label things. So, and I just put them on the inside in case you want to, you know, sign your art if you're giving it as a gift. But I thought it'd be pretty. They were pretty, and I had 4 of them, so they went inside. So that goes on the inside, and then JJ's card. I guess Darcy's coming back sometime in the next week or so, and we're going to make the mini album that goes inside this. But then this gets tucked inside here and covers the back. And then I made the little paper clip by taking some leaf sequin, or not sequin, what's this called? Rhinestone, and I glossy accented it to a paper clip. So that'll hold the card closed. But
Didn't you do it on the back? Like you stuck the elastic through the middle of the card?
I did. I just saw that. Yep, like that. And then, yeah, you put the clip like that. That holds the card closed so that when you stand it up, once I have the feet attached, I'll be able to stand it and you're good to go. So that's it.
Cute.
So these get attached the bottom. And I think I'm gonna use the quick grip. And you just, whoop, that's really coming out. Gonna use some of this, and you're just gonna glue this to the front side.
It really is cute. I'm really liking how mine's starting to turn out too. Adorbs.
So you're just gonna glue that to the front side of your frame. I'll hold that for a second till it grabs, and I'll do the other one. Thank you.
Fantastic. Pretty. Everybody loves it.
Well, we were trying to come up with something, all three of us, where we had 3 projects that all worked together. So that's kind of how it worked. It worked out. And Darcy started, she had her little banner mini album idea. And then I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I don't want to build another box to hold the banner. And I had one of these burlap frames, but it was by a different company. Thank you, Dixie. I know we got it done fast, right? And so it was by a different company. Michaels has burlap frames in like all kinds of cool shapes and stuff like that, like sizes. And then I saw that Tim Holtz had them, and the whole back was opened, and it was open to 5x7. So that worked out. That a 5x7 card, which JJ Joyce made, Vintage Joy made, and so that worked out that it covered the hole, and Darcy's little mini fit inside, and all 3 go together, and it makes a great little hostess gift if you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving, and you want to bring something. You have a card you can give them, a banner they could use as a decoration, and then they can put this afterward. You can hang it on the wall, or you could put the whole thing together and save it. You can change out the photo every year from that year, and you can just stick it on your table in the center and use it as a centerpiece. Excuse me. Or you can put the banner along the table line. So I wish you would stream the banner, because I'd like to have my project done.
I will. I don't want to do it this morning.
Okay.
I want to get my canvas done, and then I'll work on the banner. But the nice thing is I can spray and paint without the wind blowing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's only 1 o'clock.
So who's next?
2 hours. Do good.
Who's next?
Kind of my plan.
Thanks, Colleen. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, it's fun. I love how Joanna layers everything on this too.
You could even use real leaves if you wanted to. I guess you could do the wax technique where you sandwich them in between wax and then trim them. That way they wouldn't get all crispy. But you could just you could put real leaves in from your. I don't have fall leaves, so I couldn't do that. But you could tuck it in the faux ones, and then you can just pull them out. But you'd have to.
Actually, CB, it's out of burlap colored canvas or muslin, and you'll see why when I do it.
So I'm just gonna glue the faucet handle on the side, like that, kind of toward the top and on the side, and then that all hangs down. And then you can see that. So I'll just hold that.
How'd you fasten that thing on there?
Fasten what on?
That knob.
Oh, the faucet handle? I'm just putting it on with some quick grip permanent adhesive. But you could do E6000 or I wouldn't suggest glossy accents, because the burlap is, has like pits in it because it's textured. So you need something a little bit heavier than the glossy accents to hold. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my project is actually, and I have an extra card kit that JJ gave me. So I'm going to give away this and a card to someone.
Nice.
So we'll go ahead and do a little giveaway after this knob dries. Oh well,
Uh-oh. Am I supposed to be doing something?
it's not
Are we
real.
gonna do like a number?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a number. I'll get the bingo thingy out. Let me try to.
Oh, you guys are so lucky. You don't have to make it yourself.
Darcy, that's the fun part, is getting to make it yourself. Oh my gosh, I need some painter's tape right there. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta get painter's tape to hold that so that it'll dry.
That looks so pretty with the leaves on the side. I can't wait. I am actually gonna get mine done today. I can tweet it when it's done.
I know I didn't get a photo of the original one. I haven't done that yet. I need to do it. But I'm just going to take some painter's tape. Let me run this, and that'll hold it while it dries, because it takes a while to dry, even though it says quick grip. It's kind of heavy. So I'm just going to set that aside, and I'll get the little bingo cage so we can do our...
Well, if anyone is streaming today, please tell me so that I can announce it, and we can put a link.
So that's that. Let me set that aside. The thing is, it won't have, you'll have to do Darcy's mini album banner inside of it. It won't have that in it. So I'm just letting you know. It's just going to be I'll make up another card, the JJ card, because she gave me a kit to make up. And then you'll get the canvas, but it won't have the little mini inside.
Wowza, Pablo.
The banner. So you'll have to, Darcy's got the pattern for the banner she's going to put up for the leaf banner. And you can just go on our blog, scrappycampersisters.blogspot.com.
Yeah, that one's easy. I can do a PDF of it.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm getting the bingo cage out, and you can go 1 to 65 is the number. When I type in go, and you see me type in go, I'll do it in cap lock. You can guess a number between 1 and 65, and I will pull a number, and I'll give away the card and the canvas. So, ready? Here we go.
Pablo said she could stream, so that's good. So I'm gonna get the link, and we can all go over to Pablo's after.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Awesome, because I'll just keep going with the art.
Yeah, I'll do JJ's card.
No pressure, Pablo, really. Yes, feel free to show and tell. We love your art.
We love show and tells.
Shoot, you can even show the wreath again, just for old time's sake. Then they can see how beautiful your leaves came out. As we have some newbies since then.
Okay, so 1 to 65 without going over, number closest. Here we go.
Okay, wait, I need to put in go, right? Or you do?
I'm doing it. I already did it.
Yeah, it's not red. Oh, bummer.
No, you get like a pink line all the way across.
Oh,
See,
okay.
I don't know if you can hardly see that. That's why I typed it in caps. People are putting in the numbers.
Yeah. We'll give it time. Boy, how nice. You'll already have your centerpiece done for your table. You could even post your menu instead of a photo and then put the photo in after.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put the little menu inside the frame. Or you could put a picture of you when you were a kid at Thanksgiving, your Thanksgiving photo.
Do we have any Thanksgiving photos, Shauna? I have not seen a one.
I have some from when I was a teenager, but I don't have any from when I was little.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, when there's 5 kids in the family, Mom divvied up all the pictures So everybody has different photos.
Yeah, that's true.
So somebody may have them.
And I have more probably because when I was older, like in junior high and high school, I was taking my high school, I think was when I got my camera. I was taking my Instamatics. So I have some of my own. Oh no. Love the menu idea. Aw. Does everybody have their numbers in? Because I'll go back and look. Jonna, go ahead and roll. Let's say stop.
Okay. All right. Let me crank it. Whoa. How they come? They came flying out the side. Is my trap door open again? Wait a minute. They came flying out the side. I don't know
So you
what.
guys know I paused chat. Don't be MK.
How come it's not getting caught up in the little cuppy thing? Should
Are
get
you
caught
going
up.
the right direction?
Oh, am I? Or maybe not. I'm doing it a little backward. Oh, here it comes. There it came. Okay, the number is, oh my goodness, number 1. 1. So someone would have had to have it exactly without going over. Did anybody have 1?
No. Dana was closest with 3, but that was over.
Okay, let me do another one. Here it comes. Here it comes. Number 10.
10.
I think it's Miss Priss. She had 5.
It looks like Miss Priss.
Miss Priss, you won.
Yep. I'm gonna unpause.
Oh, you paused?
Yes, so I can go back and look at the number.
Oh, I had them all up on one screen.
Yay, Miss Priss.
Yay! I think I have your address. I
Yay,
believe.
Linda.
I believe.
She's a winner, not a loser. We found this, I think we tweeted it, when we were up in DC for Steampunk Soiree. There was this hot dog place, and it was something like, I don't know, it had wieners on it, you know? And then it said, you're a because you're all wieners, not losers, or something like that. It was so funny, I took pictures of it.
That was funny. I gotta go through my
Yeah,
address.
the first number was 1. Nobody got that. I know. Miss Priss gets lucky too. She's won a few things. So she's got her place is starting to get cluttered with Scrappy Camper Sisters. Oh gosh.
Oh, see, my chat stopped and it says I'm 18.
Dana, I am sure if you wanted something, Jonna would love to swap with you. Just saying.
Oh, yes. Dana, I would so swap with you.
I knew it.
I would even give up my own fall canvas.
She would cut off her arm for one of your girl paintings.
I would. Well, maybe not. Maybe my left arm, not my right arm. Okay, let me see.
Okay,
Okay.
Pabla, she's got her camera connected. She's ready to go.
Yay. Okay. Shoot, Linda. I don't have your. Let me look.
Aw, thanks, CB. She said thanks, John and Darcy. Cool project.
You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We wouldn't have a Ustream if people didn't come.
Yeah, I know. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here.
Let's
I
see.
think it's Pablart, Pavlart, is her channel on Ustream.
Let me
So
see.
yeah, we'll see you all over there. So
Hey,
thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Linda, email
Thanks
me.
for all the great camping stories. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
I know I got to go get caught up on everybody's tweet.
So
Linda, email me your address because evidently it's not. I don't know why I don't have it in my card catalog.
it probably is in the email, but Miss Purse, if you don't mind emailing it to scrappycampersisters@gmail.com, John will get that out to you.
Yeah.
You're welcome, guys. We'll see ya.
Okay. Bye bye.